Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown. I am back in my cider shed and I have got some more cider to try and my battery's getting low on my phone. So I'm going to have to make this quick. But that's going to be hard because it's double header. I've got two ciders, both from Tricky. They're the last two from the box I got sent by Tricky. Thank you very much, Mark, at Tricky Cider for sending me the box. I've been really enjoyed trying it. It's been really interesting. But they're different. I've kept them to last because they're a bit different. Because these are a rhubarb and an elderflower. So they're flavoured ciders, which isn't something I tend to go for, but there are exceptions. There are exceptions. Elderflower from Turner's, that's great. That elderflower character almost makes it taste like a perry, because you get elderflower character in perry, and it's so delicately done. I love it. It's delicious. It's fragrant. It's beautiful. It's light. It's refreshing. It's gorgeous. So I expect something similar from this. And the rhubarb, also from Turner's. So, you know, he's doing similar things. That's also great. Quite sweet, though. He adds a lot of sugar because it's so tart. He adds a lot of sugar. Too much, I think, because I think rhubarb's a good thing. Let's see if Tricky do as good a job or better job or not so good a job. Let's find out what we're going to do first. I think I'm going to do... I'm going to do this one first because I think this one might not be quite as sweet as the rhubarb. What does it say? We make our elderflower cordial, gathering the flowers from the farm in early June and mix with a light early variety cider to produce this zesty and refreshing summer drink. I'll just read the other one, just to make sure that I'm doing this in the right order. Our rhubarb cider is made using stalks grown by our neighbour on the Blackdown Hills. We mix 1 part cordial with 3 parts of light cider to make this delicious, delicate and natural rhubarb flavoured apple treat. So maybe I will go this one first. You know, you expect it to be tart. I think that's the thing that got with Turner's. I'm wanting more tartness. It's rhubarb. It's rhubarb. If you like rhubarb and you buy a thing that tastes like rhubarb, you want that kind of like sort of, you know, mouth puckering hit, don't you? I do. Right, let's open this. So yeah, using apples from locally from like disused orchards and stuff. So the guy's doing a good job. Mark Gillette. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it. One or the other, I assume. Let's pour it out. So light, zesty cider, it said. This is still, as are most of his, except the UFO, which had the merest sparkle. I mean, I didn't think it was actually sparkling. Then I read that it was sparkling, or somebody told me it was sparkling. I was like, wow, that's interesting. Didn't feel like it was. Oh, so open top fermenters, which is very interesting. I don't know many people who use open top fermenters thinking about it. So you don't put a lid on, just leave it open, almost like a, I don't know, like a lambic beer or something. I mean, if it's wild yeast, that happens anyway, but to leave it with like a lid on is quite unusual, I think, because all sorts of things can get in there. But ciders have been good, and it is wild yeast. It is wild yeast. I suspected it would be, but yeah, somebody told me those 2 facts, so I'm sharing them with you. Let's smell this. Oh, actually, colour. Where's my thingamajig? I mean, quite nice. Sort of very light gold bordering and amber. Nice looking thing. Hazy, unfiltered. So, very delicate nose. Not getting any rhubarb on the nose, I must say. But this stuff's cold. It's been in the shed, but it's bloody freezing at the moment. So it's a bit cold, probably. What I'm getting is a very delicate cider. A very delicate sort of, you know, cider apple cider. So a bit of skins, a bit of aged stuff, a bit of sweated apple. Nice fruit, but, you know, smells dry. Hint of acidity, maybe. Smells dry. It can't smell dry, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Bit earthy. Bit like an orchard. Let's taste it. Okay. Nice, delicate, dry cider. Hint of tannin. A hint of tannin. Nice, refreshing. Lovely, actually. Very nice, delicate. I would say this is medium. So I assume it's going to be back sweetened. It is. It's only 4%, which is super. I mean, I'm searching for the rhubarb. I've never said that sentence before. The merest threat of rhubarb in there. I mean, it's so subtle. You just get that hint of tartness, which balances the sugar, which is great. But it's so subtle. I mean, if you didn't know it was in there, you might not know it was in there. I mean, I can taste it actually, but without sort of like analysis, you might just think it's like acidity from the apples. But I have to say that's a nice, refreshing drink. It is. It's only 4%. It's very light. It's a flavoured sort of cider, I suppose. But Jesus Christ, I'd rather have this than any sort of like alcohol pop by a million miles. It's lovely and delicate. It's really nice. The rhubarb is there, but man, it's so subtle. And I guess this is a person who's really proud of the cider that he makes. He doesn't want to smother it with too much rhubarb because then you won't taste the cider. It's meant to be complementary. It's meant to enhance. It's not meant to smother. That's the thing, and that's what so many people get wrong. Like smoked cheese. Why the fuck do you only smoke cheese if it tastes shit? You want to hide the fact. That's why most people smoke cheeses, but certainly small scale, sort of artisan cheesemakers. They taste it, go, ooh, that doesn't taste very good. We'll stick it in the smoker. It'll hide, that bad flavour. If something tastes great, you don't want to smother it with anything. That's true of cider as well. Lovely, actually. Lovely. It's just there. It is just there. Yeah. Yeah. I could actually drink a load of that on a hot day, and I could because it's only 4%. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Elderflower. You're next. No smoking gun because it is still. Right, let's pour it out. I mean, very similar colour. I assume it's the same base cider. I assume. Right. Yeah, I mean, it's the same colour, isn't it? It's the same colour, so I'm going to assume it's the same base cider that they're using, which would make total sense. What's the ABV on this one? Is it the same? 4%. So yeah, they are. And I think based on the first one, it's the right thing to do. It's delicate, it's light, but it has got character. It's nice. I wonder what apples they're using to make this light, zesty cider. Right. Okay. The elderflower is more obvious than this. The rhubarb was in the first one. Absolutely. It really is. But it smells nice. It's a nice smell. I mean, I can't really smell the cider. Can I? I'm not getting that earthy cider apple character that I was getting off the first one. I am getting more elderflower. But I guess elderflower is more aromatic than rhubarb, isn't it? I guess. Let's try it. Tannin again, astringency, something running around on the roof of my shed, probably a squirrel or a cat. I hope it's one of those things. I'm getting more acidity off this than I was with the first one. I think it's sweetened less. I think again maybe because it's rhubarb, they're overcompensating with the sugar unnecessarily. Because actually I like the acidity of this, and I think the rhubarb one could have done with a hint more acidity. Now I've tried this. And obviously that cider had some acidity in it. I think it was just offset a bit by the sugar that was in the way it was back sweetened with the rhubarb. I think this one is better balanced. Again, this ain't no alcohol pop. It ain't. It's a very sympathetically flavoured cider. And if you like elderflower and you like nice, fresh, clean, easy drinking, but traditional cider, yeah, go for this. Go for this. Or go for this if you like rhubarb. But, this is sweeter than this for sure. So if you like dry, not this one. This would be more to your taste, I'm sure. This isn't totally dry though, but it has got the acidity which offsets that sugar a bit better. So there you go. Double header. 6 tricky ciders we've had. These were the last 2. And I have to say, I've been impressed. I've been impressed. Somebody doing something very sympathetically, with love, with passion, and you can taste that, in the ciders. They're very traditional. I think I said before that these look like almost like craft cider labels, like contemporary modern cider labels, and I got confused a bit because what was in the bottle was so traditional compared to like the contemporary, tricky cider stuff that we see on there. But actually, it says traditional Somerset cider on the bottle. So there you go. So it's traditional Somerset cider, irrespective of the label. So yeah, thank you, Mark, for sending me those ciders. I enjoyed them all very much indeed. I recommend you try some if you watch these films and are at all interested. All right, guys, thank you for joining me back in my cold, damp cider shed. I hope you join me again. But until that time, cheers.